Hey guys, this is Gene Jensen with BassResource.com. A lot of you guys over the last several months have asked me to show how I pack my boat and how I organize it. Well, I've been putting off mainly because most of the time my boat isn't packed. I unpack it after each trip, take everything in my garage and put it up. And so I've been putting it off till I get here to Pickwick Lake on the Bass Resource road trip to show you guys how I pack it and how I organized it for this trip. Because it's probably the most, the most organized it'll be during the year. But anyway, let me run through a few from the front to the back and kind of show you guys what I have on my boat and how I use it, or how I store it, and how I organize everything. Okay, let's roll. All right, we'll start up front. My motor guide trolling motor. Let me tighten my electronics down. Okay. Here we go. It's my motor guide trolling motor. I've got a digital 82-pound thrust trolling motor. I have a 82-pound thrust trolling motor because I don't mind fishing heavy wind and stuff like that. It helps me stay in the wind. I don't when I normally where I'm from, where we normally buy boats, we make sure that we have the highest pound thrust trolling motor that we can get on that boat, and that way it's easier to fish the wind. Anyway, front hatch. I have my Hydro Wave. I'm just testing it out this year. I haven't really proven whether or not it works all the time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that's why I keep that up there. I keep it portable so I can move it between boats. Also in this hatch I have my big bag of soft plastics, and I have a foot for a push pole. My push pole is in my rod locker. All right, now this is my cooler. Got my drinks and stuff in it. That's the stuff I've used over the last few days, stuff I'm using today. Dang it, I can't get my hatches open. All right, now here's where I keep all of my boxes. I've got my Strike King crankbaits, my jig heads, a hooks, terminal tackle, the rig, or the Alabama rig, which I have not thrown this week, top water, more Strike King cranks, cranks from 8 to 12 feet, cranks from 0 to 6 feet, spinner baits, buzz baits, frogs, jigs, jerk baits, and my bull shad swim baits. That's kind of what I keep in there. And that, like I said, that stuff comes out all the time, and I repack it and I change it depending on what lake I'm going to and things like that. My hatch in front of the console, this is where I keep all of the odds and ends, trash, dry bag that my rain suit goes in, Lowrance cover, food. I've got tools. One of the cool things I have, one of the things I always keep in my boat for emergencies, I always keep jumper cables and screwdrivers and things like that, a toolbox, in case something goes wrong. We were fishing heavy wind yesterday, and my pedestal mount broke twice, and I just happened to have the bolts and some wing nuts to be able to fix my pedestal mount. It's the kind of stuff I keep in there, and those bolts also will fix the mount on my trolling motor and things like that. So that's a good thing to have. I'll also have some extra reels and extra line in there, and my drift sock, which got used yesterday considerably. We were fishing in 20-mile-an-hour winds out here on Pickwick. It was not fun. One of the cool things I did here is I cut some slits in right here in my boat, and this one holds my ruler, my scissors, my forceps. This is my rod locker. This is where I keep my Mustang jackets, but I keep my rods in here. I hope you guys can see this. I hate videoing while I'm holding this thing, but these are my rods. I'll get them out here in a minute and start fishing. Towards the back of the boat, underneath my seats, let's see if I can get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, underneath my seats I have another hatch. It's where I keep an extra buoy, a chain. I've got a decent measuring ruler or fish ruler in there. My buoys for the rare times I fish a tournament. I've got my culling markers, my tournament bag, throw cushion I can yank out real quick, my plug knocker. This is what I do when I break a rod. I used it as a plug knocker. Put an old pro qualifier on there, and my plug knocker is right there, and 65-pound braid. Works really well. Extra plug knocker because I have lost one before. Oh, one of the things I do with my marker buoys, if I can get them untangled, is I have a place up in the front of the boat that I keep my marker buoys. I have this, it's actually a rod strap that you can buy I bought it at Academy. But my marker buoys go right up underneath here. That way, if I'm up fishing and I catch a fish and I need a marker spot, I can just kick one overboard and they're always ready to launch. Under my console, I got my HDS 8. Under my console, I keep my box of JJ's Magic, fire extinguisher, little odds and ends, my Livewell. One of the things I did modify this Livewell is the rare occasion that I do fish a tournament, I like to be able to add please release me or catch and release in my Livewell to keep my fish alive and healthy. So what I do is, instead of continually pumping water in to aerate it, and then that chemical or that additive that I put in it draining out into the lake and it's just wasting additive, I installed an aerator. All I did was just drill a hole in the bottom, put the intake, and then the valve that aerates it up top, and all it does is it just aerates the water in there, keeps the fish alive and happy, and I recirculate twice during a tournament. So that's one of the things I did to modify it, and it's a great thing to do if you use additives to your Livewell. In the back here, I have a empty hatch for my co-angler. I got a lot more room for my co-angler other places in the boat too, so they put other stuff there. This is my hatch behind everything. I keep all my stuff I need dry. Got a little extra rage tail stuff in there. My maps, my sunscreen, my please release me, my 5-hour energy, things like that. And in the back of the boat is where I keep my net. I got a net, and you guys that have seen my map reading video, that's my whiteboard that I keep back there. Extra oil, and batteries and so on and so forth. 22-gallon tank. But that's about it. That's how I store stuff. That's how I keep everything organized. Throughout the day, things get messier and messier because I'm not that organized of a person. But at least try to keep the deck clean and keep it safe. But that's it. That's my boat. It's a Triton aluminum 187 Sport, or 186 Sport. I got it off a guy several years ago. They don't make this model anymore, but it won't be too many more years till I'm ready to sell it. But anyway, that's it. Like I always say, visit bassresource.com for the answer to all your questions about bass fishing, and have a great day.